Here I have 16x4y minus 6xy3 all divided by negative 2xy. So again, let's break up this binomial into monomials. So we're going to have 16x4y divided by my denominator, negative 2xy. Don't forget that negative, minus 6xy3 divided by negative 2xy. Alright, so again, remember, even though we don't see any number on these variables, we're going to all assume that there are ones. So I'm just going to add some ones there. There you go. Alright, so work each monomial by itself. So I have 16 divided by negative 2. I'm working with my numerical coefficients first. 16 divided by 2 is 8. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. Okay, now let's look at the x's. I have an x4 in the numerator, x1 in the denominator, so I'm going to subtract by 1, subtract by 1. I'm subtracting by the smaller exponent. That cancels out the x in the bottom because 1 minus 1 is 0. But in the top I have x4 minus 1, that's x to the 3. Here I have y to the 1, y to the 1. So if I subtract by 1 from both, I'm going to lose my y. So I'm just left here from this monomial at negative 8x to the 3. Let's look at this guy. So I have 6 divided by negative 2. Well, 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. X to the 1, x to the 1, subtract by 1, subtract by 1. No more x's. Then I have y3 and y1. I'm going to subtract by 1 because 1 is smaller than 3. I'm going to have no y's in the bottom, but on the top I'm going to have y3 minus 1, that's y to the 2. Notice again that I have two negatives that are side by side, so I have to rewrite this with no two negatives side by side. When there's two negatives, negative times by negative becomes a positive. So 3y2, and I'm just going to bring everything else down. 8x3. Again, you could skip this step here if you just saw, I'm going to just write here my negative x3, that this is saying negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. So right away I just skipped this step by seeing that this minus sign is actually for that numerator. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3, y to the 2. There's the answer.